Hey guys, it's Chris from SurviveNnThrive here. Today I'm going to be going over another knot or hitch. It's called the timber hitch. The basic uses for this knot are to drag a bundle of logs or wood or any object really that's too big for you to physically pick up and carry or move, like if you cut down a tree and you want to move the whole tree. Depending on the size of the tree and your physical strength, the timber hitch will help you get a grip on it and be able to hold all that stuff together. It's a self-tightening hitch, and it's also very, very simple. This might take you one try or a couple seconds to pick up and learn how to tie. It's a very basic concept, so I'm going to get right into it. Okay guys, so today we're going over the timber hitch. Now the timber hitch is a very basic knot, as I said in the intro. So I'm just going to show you how to tie it right now. It's going to be a very short video, hopefully. Alright, so first we want the tail end of the rope you're going to be using. I really need to fix that. As you can see, it's all fraying and falling apart. I'm going to show you how to whip rope coming up. Anyway, what you're going to do is take the end you're working with. Now, this is the log I'm going to be dragging in this video. This isn't that heavy of a log, maybe 15 pounds. It's a little rotted, but it is kind of waterlogged. But anyway, if this was a bigger log, a heavier log that I physically didn't feel like picking up, putting on my shoulder and trying to lug back to camp, it's a little easier to drag with a timber hitch. So the first thing we're going to do is take the tail end of your rope, and you're going to want to leave, depending on the size of the log, this is something you're going to have to learn to judge. For this one, I'm only going to be using about a little over a foot. What you're going to do is from your tail end, take out that slack, where I got like a little over a foot, and take the rope, and you're going to make a bite in the rope. Now for those of you who don't know what a bite is, it's this right here. You make a bend in the rope, and so your tail end will be parallel with the rest of it. Now with that bite, take your tail end that we had already and just put your, you can put your index finger here for an anchor point to make it a little easier so you keep your loop. But take your tail end and you're just going to wrap it around the rest of your rope. All the way down. So it should look like that, and you have your loop right here. Now to use this knot, what we're going to do is, taking this log, we're going to take our loop and we're going to put it under the log or the bundle of wood we'd be using. And I'm using, if you notice, when you place this onto a log or something, if it's just an individual log, you're going to want to find a spot like I have here, where I have a broken branch where a branch used to be for this. So the rope's not going to slide over if the log's too heavy. Then, what you're going to do, once you have the loop part of your timber hitch under your log, or around your log, you're going to take the other tail end of your rope and feed it through. You're just going to feed it through the loop in your timber hitch. So once you feed it through that loop, just put some weight down on it with the using the log as the counterweight, and as you can see, this is a self-tightening knot which holds its own. I can pick the log up and do with what I want. Okay guys, so that was the timber hitch. It's very simple. You just make a bite in your rope and twist the tail end around the rest of it, and then place it around the object you want and feed your tail end through the loop. To take the timber hitch off something, it's just the same exact way you put it on. Just take the rest of your rope, pull it out of the loop, and then you should be able to pull your rope free from under it. This is just a small demonstration. You can use it on bigger things. Another thing I like to do when I'm using a timber hitch is I'll actually tie a bowline in the other tail end or wherever I want to create a handle. It's just an easier grasping point, so I'm not trying to pull rope like this, especially if it's a heavier object. It makes your life a lot easier. So yeah, that's a timber hitch. If you have any questions regarding the timber hitch or anything, feel free to email me. I got an email in the description below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'll shoot for a 24-hour window to respond to stuff. Yeah, so thanks for checking out my channel, and feel free to move on to the next knot. Make sure you know this before you get to lashing, because one of the lashings actually starts using a timber hitch. And I'm not going to explain it in the video, I'm just going to assume you watched my other ones. So, thanks for watching.